Hey there, let's make some sourdough. First, we're going to feed our starter. Here's some of the things I use in my kitchen. I've got a kitchen scale, something to stir it with. I have some King Arthur organic flour, all-purpose, some filtered water. Don't use tap. I'll tell you why in just a few minutes. And some starter from your refrigerator or your friend. The reason why you want to have a kitchen scale is you're going to measure everything in grams, and this is going to help you have more precise measurements. If you were to scoop a half cup of flour a couple of times in a row, they may always measure out just a little different. So this is going to help keep it a bit more accurate. Also, if you get a gram or two over or under than what the recipe says, don't worry about that. It's not going to ruin your bread. And you can see I actually dumped too much in here, and you can always just spoon it out. I am using filtered water, and the reason why you don't want to use tap water is there are usually chemicals in it that will kill bacteria, and good bacteria is actually what is in your bubbles. Mix that really well, and once that's all mixed, we are going to scrape the sides down. In this step, we are wanting the sourdough starter to double. So after I scrape the sides down, I will take a marker, like a dry erase marker, and mark the starting place. So when I get home this evening, I'll be able to see if it has doubled. She has doubled and she is bubbly, and now it's time to mix up some dough. I swish this around with my fingers so I can make sure that all of the starter is getting incorporated. I do this part with my hand too, just to make sure everything's getting mixed up. You don't want to have any little dry flour bits in there, and it is going to get sticky. That's okay. You want it to be sticky because this is super hydrated dough. All right, time to push our sleeve up and do just a little bit of kneading. So just take the palm of your hand and push the dough and just kind of do a little turn with your bowl, and do that 1 or 2 times all the way around. Okay, she needs to rest a little bit, so just pop a lid on it. This is a silicone one, but if you don't have one, just pop a regular lid on from another pot. It's time to do some stretch and folds. First, go around and remove the dough from the sides of the bowl. And these stretch and folds are going to help build gluten. So you're going to take a little piece and wiggle it up and plop it down. Do a little turn of your bowl and continue to do that all the way around. Eventually, the dough is going to create some tension, and you'll start to notice that I'm not able to pull the dough up as high as I was when I was getting started. So I'm now kind of getting the dough in a ball. I think I'm going to try one more stretch and fold just to see, and it's super tight, lots of tension. And now it is time to let her rise. Good morning. I hope you slept well. First, you're going to grab some parchment paper and set that aside because you're going to need that in a minute. Overnight, your dough should have doubled in size. You can see this is nice and bubbly, and if it's not, don't go on to the next step. You can put it in your oven with the oven light on, and that warmth will help it rise a little faster. Sometimes it doesn't have a good rise when it's cold. And we are going to lightly flour our surface, and you're going to scrape your dough out. That little scraper I got from Hobby Lobby for like $2, I think. And we're going to do a few more of those little stretch and folds. And I'm just going around once, and you're going to flip it over so the seam is on the bottom, and you're going to start to do some push and pulls. So this is going to create tension so that you get a really nice rise in your dough, and you push it and then do a little quarter turn. You can see it's now a really pretty little ball of dough. Grab your parchment paper, and you are going to plop that dough right on top. I have a little bubble there, and I'm going to pop that because I don't want to have a bubble right there under the crust. Put a lid on it and let it rest. I'm going to score my dough, and what this is going to do is your bread's going to rise, and this is going to give a little area where the bread can actually rise, and it makes this really pretty little crust as well. I've preheated the oven with the pot inside. Having a hot pot is going to help bake the dough on the sides. And I'm going to put some ice in here because the bread needs some humidity, and that will help with that. And you plop it in, and I'm going to bake with the lid on for 20 minutes and then the lid off also for 20 minutes. I usually check about 10 minutes in just to make sure that it's not getting too crusty. An easy way to see if your bread has baked all the way through is I'm going to take a meat thermometer and put it in one of the little holes where I scored it. And when it gets to be around 205 to 210, she's ready, and you can take her out of the oven. Time to let your beautiful sourdough cool. If you cut it too early, it's going to be super gummy. Grab a bread knife, and I like to cut it right down the middle because I want to open it up and see all of those beautiful rustic holes. So when you open it up, all of the holes that you see were originally the bubbles that were in your starter when you fed it. So pretty. You can take a screenshot of this to keep it on your phone, and I have all 4 steps right here of everything that we did to make bread. Happy baking!